Subscribe now, press the bell, and stay with me to the very end, because what you're about to hear may completely change the way you look at old coins forever. Take a deep breath and imagine holding a small copper coin in your hand. It feels ordinary, light, almost forgettable. You might have seen it before, passed it over, or even thrown it into a jar without a second thought. But this coin carries a story that reaches back through time, through history, through politics, and through power. Today we are talking about the South Africa 2-cent coin from 1986, a coin that many people ignored, a coin that many people spent without thinking, and a coin that, under the right circumstances, has become one of the most talked about and mysterious pieces among serious collectors. In 1986, South Africa was going through enormous change. The economy was under pressure. The country was facing global attention, internal struggle, and transformation. In times like that, even the smallest objects begin to carry meaning. Coins were not just money. They were symbols of survival, trade, and national identity. The 2-cent coin was minted as a simple solution to everyday transactions, but history had other plans for it. This coin was struck in bronze, giving it that warm brown tone that ages beautifully over time. On one side, it carried the national design that represented the authority and stability of the state. On the other side, the value was clear and simple. 2 cents. Nothing flashy, nothing dramatic. Or so it seemed. Most people didn't save them. Why would they? 2 cents had little buying power even then. They were used, worn down, scratched, dropped, and forgotten. And that is exactly where the story becomes powerful. Because value is not always created at the moment something is made. Sometimes value is created by time, by rarity, by mistakes, and by survival. As the years passed, South Africa phased out low-denomination coins. Inflation made them nearly useless in daily life. Millions were melted down. Millions were lost forever. But not all of them. A very small number of 1,986 2-cent coins survived in exceptional condition. Some were never circulated. Some were struck differently. Some carried tiny details that only the trained eye could see. Collectors began to notice differences. Weight variations, metal composition inconsistencies, slight alignment shifts, surface texture anomalies. These are not things the average person would ever notice. But to experienced collectors, these details are everything. They separate common coins from legendary ones. Men who have spent decades collecting know this truth well. Real value hides in patience, in observation, in knowledge. While others chase trends, true collectors chase history. And this coin became a quiet obsession among those who understood what they were looking at. There is also the power of story. This coin comes from a year that matters. A time that shaped a nation. For many men, especially those who lived through that era, this coin is more than metal. It is memory. It represents work, struggle, and resilience. That emotional connection adds another layer of demand. And demand is one of the pillars of value. Another critical factor is condition. A 1986 2-cent coin that has been heavily used is worth very little. But a coin preserved in near-perfect condition is a different story entirely. Add in a rare minting variation, and suddenly you are no longer talking about pocket change. You are talking about elite-level collecting. Over time, whispers began circulating in collector circles. Stories of a specific 1986 2-cent coin tied to a rare production batch. Stories of coins that were never meant to leave the mint. Stories of examples locked away in private collections, unseen by the public. These stories fueled curiosity, speculation, and desire. What makes this even more fascinating is how many of these coins could still be sitting unnoticed. In old drawers, in forgotten jars, in inherited collections where no one ever bothered to look closely. This is why collectors always say knowledge is more powerful than money. The person who recognizes value holds the advantage. This coin teaches a lesson that resonates strongly with men who appreciate legacy. Not everything valuable announces itself loudly. Some of the most powerful assets sit quietly, waiting for the right moment and the right eyes. Now we reach the part that everyone waits for. The number that makes people lean closer to the screen. The number that turns curiosity into disbelief. According to legendary collector valuations and private market discussions, an ultra-rare, flawless, historically verified South Africa 2 cents 1986 coin has been spoken of at a staggering value of $54 million. Yes, $54 million.